everyone, I'm Julian Jaquez, and I'm here with Priscilla Mendez from the real world San Diego, and my special co-host today is Gabriella Caloiero from MTV's documentary series, I Used to Be Fat.
Hi, I'm excited to be here.
All right, well, Priscilla, I was watching the reunion show yesterday, and it was really cool, and you seemed like, I love your hair, and you're so pretty, and I thought it was really cool that you are studying at USC Davis and that you wanted to be a doctor. What kind of doctor do you want to be?
Well, I'm studying right now, I guess, working on just my bachelor's degree, and so I want to really get into anesthesiology, but again, I want to take more pre-med classes, and I really want to actually get to medical school so I can see, maybe along the way there is a different field that I want to get into. But as of right now, definitely anesthesiology is
Whoa, good for you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's so
I feel like I've just done so much school, like nothing but school. I just turned 20 a few days ago, but
happy birthday.
Thank you. I graduated high school year early and then went straight and got my associate's degree, and now I'm almost at my bachelor's degree, so I've been definitely going strong. So I know the real world is like a nice break in between all that.
That's great. Good for you. Yeah, we're like the same age because I'm 19 also, and I'm working on my associates, yeah.
Awesome.
That's great. That's really admirable.
Good luck. It feels really good to just hit those small milestones.
Yes, I'm working on the associates now. So good for you. That's awesome, Priscilla.
Good for you too.
Thank you.
Why do you think Zack and Ashley never opened up?
I have no idea, and I don't know that it's something that I'm ever going to understand, because I get that everyone's different and we all came for our own reasons and our own things, but I just sort of thought it was understood that the general concept of going on a show like this is to get to know other people, if not get to know yourself. And I just don't feel that Zack and Ashley went through any of that. Sure, they got their relationship out of this, but this isn't The Bachelor, you obviously go to get to know yourself and to see what there is out there. And I know for me it was a lot of self-renovation and realization to see what's different besides what I've been raised as and what I've gotten to know from my own life. And I don't know that that's something Zack or Ashley could really confidently say.
Yeah, and you guys are all different, too. So just as a viewer, it was really cool being able to watch how, even though everyone has a different story, they all just kind of came together,
Yeah, I definitely think for the most part a lot of us came together. And, say what you want, whatever issues were underlying throughout our season, I just think a big, at least for me, I think the big common ground as to why we were so upset with Zack and Ashley was the fact that the rest of us came together and learned from each other, and we were, really begging to know more about Zack and Ashley anyways. And so I think I'm really excited that I got to know these 4 other amazing people, but I do feel a little shortchanged that I couldn't get more out of these people, or that, I didn't learn as much as I wanted to.
It seemed like even though you guys, everyone had their differences, doing a show like that, just, you guys will have that
to link you guys all together forever,
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad it will, too.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful experience, just watching it was so cool, and all the things you guys got to do.
I was really excited, because even being in San Diego, I just felt like I did so many things that I'd never be able to do. And especially being surrounded, with people that much older than me, too, I just felt like everybody really, really served for a different purpose and, really gave me feedback that, I wouldn't have gotten myself. I went through my own things at home.
Right.
Or, on the show, I was dealing with my ex-boyfriend, and then I was also dealing with learning to balance, my personal life in San Diego versus this new fun life in San Diego, with all these things. And I was trying to get as much as I could out of the experience, and I was also wait, but I want to see my family. Wait, I haven't seen my friends, and so I feel everyone being older than me, Frank said a lot of times, too, it's not about age, it's about experiences, and that's something that they had over me that I could come to with each and every person. They'd give me something new.
Did you feel, I know with my experience on I Used to Be Fat, it took a little while for me to warm up to, the camera guys and the crew. And what people don't realize is there's a bunch of people filming that. It's not just the 7 people in the house. There's the producers and everyone else. So how did you feel at first with all the cameras in the house? And did you feel at first you weren't able to be yourself at all?
I just feel like it was really intense right after that because you're right, it wasn't just us 7 in the house. It was like us 7 plus a whole floor downstairs plus the phone ringing with producers plus like 4 camera guys in different rooms plus the cameras on the ceilings and in the corners.
Yeah.
Like it was awkward. Like I mean, even if I'm getting out of the shower and changing, there'd be like a camera dude trying to film like my ass, and I'm like, we feel alone.
Yeah.
I know right off the bat it was weird just because I'd be like brushing my teeth, and I'm like, why are you recording this? But I don't know. The only time that was emotional for me is when I've watched myself cry or be angry or, you know, just kind of express myself and be really personal. That's when I'd watch it and be like, wow, this is hard. Like, this is hard to go through. It's hard to have a camera right there. But they are getting, like, an emotion in a moment. And, yeah, I think on that same token, it was kind of like, I don't know if it was getting used to it as it was. I just remember a point where I forgot anyone was there. And, like, and maybe not forgot, I just didn't care. You know, like, I went to Cabo and I had so much fun, and even watching it, and I'm like, whatever, I look stupid. I was having a blast, and that's because I finally let go of any inhibitions.
In episode 11, when Alexandra has her concert at the House of Blues, why exactly did you cry when she performed her song Hotel?
Gosh, I'll say, like, I cried so much in that house. I feel like any confessional I ever did was, like, me bawling or something or unusually excited. But that song is really, well, first of all, I feel like throughout the whole summer, I would sit in the living room and, like, watch Alex write her songs, or I'd watch Alex singing and practicing. And so for me, watching her perform that song was so personal because it was specifically about, you know, living in the house and about the experience we went through. And I think what got me is that there's a line that says, like, on the wall is a collage of our fondest memories, and there was, because we started a quote wall, and so we'd write funny things that happened or pictures or letters and things that we'd write each other, and we'd put it up on this wall. And so by the end of the summer, it was just filled with everything that happened since day one. And I'm going to get emotional again. It was so sad, and just taking it down was so sad, but we just realized, like, you know, we had come together, and it was sad.
Do you think Zack and Ashley joined the show just for cameras?
I mean, I know Zack said that a few times, that, you know, after we, like, probed him so much with that stupid question, he was like, you know, I saw it, and it was an opportunity to be on TV. And, I mean, I don't know if that's, like, his ultimate goal or whatever. I don't know. I feel like they can say left and right that they got what they wanted out of it, but that just doesn't sit well with me at all. I'm not really sure what they wanted. I hope they got it. I mean, I know what they didn't get was friends out of it, which is good because they've said time and time again that they didn't come to make friends anyway. So good, you didn't.
I think the best part of the reunion was when Alexandra called Ashley out and said how in the beginning of the season, Ashley said that she wanted to become close friends with a gay person, but all she did was push Frank away.
That absolutely happened, and I think we were all bummed about it that at one of our after shows they'd, like, taken that out. But, yeah, they showed a clip of Ashley in her interview saying, you know, I want a gay best friend. That would be fun. We could shop together. And then all of a sudden she's so against it. She's so conservative. Like, and that's what gets me is that I really, really understand that, like, she's her own person and they do this and that. But it's just not fair when she says, oh, I'm conservative, when really it's like, no, you got there and you were ready to party and you're ready to go out and you're so much fun. And, like, even with me personally, she would say time and time again, like, oh, it takes me forever to open up to people. It takes so long for me to get to know people. And she said that, like, 3 times in the reunion. And I'm thinking in my head the whole time, and I even told her, I'm like, that's not true, because the first weekend she was telling me how many people she slept with and how many guys she's with and what she likes, and now she likes going out. And I'm like, that doesn't say conservative to me, and it doesn't say that it takes you, you know, days to open up to people. It just doesn't.
All right, so we have a caller on the line, and they're from Central Massachusetts.
Hello.
Hi, from Massachusetts.
How are you all doing? I'm
good, thank you.
All right, so do you have any questions for Priscilla at all?
I have one question.
Sure.
What's your favorite color?
Wait, really?
Everyone else is going to ask about the real world, so.
Okay. I'll do that. You know what? That's refreshing. I love the color pink, and I love anything sparkly, and I think everyone makes fun of me no matter what, because I'll go to the store and the first thing I pick out is something like glittery and sequined, and I don't know, I love sequins and I love pink, and I'm a girl. I'd be dazzle pink if I could.
All right, so we have another caller from Central New Jersey.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi, thanks for calling.
How are you?
I'm awesome, actually. Just laying in my bed.
That's good. Lucky.
Yeah.
Are you so close? I think you guys are, but like you're so close to like Frank and Sam and Nathan and all of them and Alex.
I'm really close to Frank and Alex, and I feel like I would be a lot closer to Sam if she was on the West Coast, but she's not. But I actually just got off the phone with Frank a little while ago, and he lives in Vermont, and I know, like, in February, him and Alex and Sam are going to be in Vermont, and their parents are going to hopefully, like, let me go, too, and I'm going to get to spend a weekend with all of them, so it'll be awesome.
Oh, that's nice. I love you. I love your crap circle on the show. Those you guys are like my favorite people. And just I also said hi from Luke Oliver from New Jersey.
Oh, awesome.
And you guys are all the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where in New Jersey are you from?
Central Cork.
Ooh, I don't know where that's at, but me and Gabby are both from New Jersey. So.
Yeah, South Jersey.
South Jersey. Not
I
Central, though.
I go to South Jersey. I have a beach house in Bayville, New Jersey.
I'm jealous because the East Coast is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Bye.
Now, I do have another question. It's is there something that you regret doing during filming, and is there something that you wish you did?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's regret, more as like, oh, I wish this, or I don't know. I know it would have gone differently. Is that I think both of us, both Frank and I, spent so much time in the house, like really resenting each other, really disliking each other. Mm-hmm. Like literally, we didn't talk at all in the house, and I think it wasn't until like Cabo, towards like, that was like literally 2 weeks before we left that we started kind of talking and kind of like being friends. And I really wish I had just talked with him sooner, because I was really good friends with Alex. Frank was really good friends with Alex, and Frank and I didn't like each other at all. And all that she would say is like, no, you guys need to talk. You're really similar. You'd like each other, this and that. And we just both were really stubborn. And I just felt like Frank didn't understand me at all, so why do I want to get to know him? And I think he kind of felt the same way, and we both just really wrote each other off. And it wasn't until after, like, now we're really good friends. Now, like, we really like each other. And he's, like, absolutely, like, my big brother and stuff. So I definitely wish I would have done that earlier, because that would have been really great, I think. It would have been fun.
Yeah, but now you guys are friends now, so that's great, because you said we're talking about going to Vermont and stuff, so.
Exactly. And I don't know, at the same time, like, maybe we needed to be apart, like, not like each other at first, because now we kind of we have almost a better understanding of each other now, because we're like, oh, wait, look at where our similarities pull from. Exactly. You know, who cares if we're different? And I think it speaks a lot, too, that, like, I'm not just jumping on some bandwagon. I'm not, like, trying to take sides. It's just I feel like Frank and I didn't like each other, and, there were a lot of things that we disliked of each other in the house. But it says a lot of both of us that we grew as people and were able to ultimately be friends and, like, kind of grow up and both come out of our element and say, hey, I like this person.
You know what? I'm actually so excited. I'm so excited for you to be on the challenge. Like, you don't understand. Like, you, Heather, Dustin, and Naomi and Leroy, like, I really can't wait.
I had the funnest time. I literally had the best time there, and, like, it was awesome because I shared a room. It was, who was it? I shared a room with Heather and Dustin, Jasmine, Naomi, DM. It was so much fun.
My God.
Like, it was just the funnest room. We had such a good time, and literally, like, Naomi would, like, lay in bed with me. I don't know, right off the bat, we were like, I like you. And, I slept on the top bunk and she slept on the bottom, and I remember I was laying in bed and she goes, hey, Priscilla, are you trying to sleep alone? And I'm like, no, you can lay up here with me, because we'd, like, nap together. And she literally gets out of bed and she's wearing nothing but a half T-shirt. I'm not kidding. No underwear, no bra.
It must stink being, like, the youngest one and still not being 21, you know?
It would have been such a different experience if I was 21, but,
I mean, you can do things still when you're not.
I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, it's fine. Like, I mean, obviously it was okay. Like, they called me ahead of time and said, look, this is what's going on. You're not going to be able to drink. You're not going to be able to get a fake ID, none of that. Do you still want to do this? And I'm like, I mean, it's not a reason not to.
Exactly.
But I mean, at this, like, it would have been really cool to be able to, like, drink and go out and club and all that, but I like to think of it instead the other way and just think, I must have really, been something to these people, to MTV, to production, whatever, to say she's 19 and she's from San Diego and we're filming in San Diego, like, let's cast her anyway. You know what I mean? I feel like I had so much going against me, and the fact that I was able to go there, I mean, you have to appreciate that, you know? And I absolutely did. I was like, wow.
In the beginning of the season, they made it seem like you lived so far away. The car ride was like a 4-hour drive, or like you know. And then they're like, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm from San Diego, and then everyone's like, what? Like, I thought that was the funniest part. But geez, Vina Marie does know how to. Did they not show that did they not show when they showed my house that it was in San Diego or something? I don't remember. No, it didn't show where it was at. It just
said
no Priscilla Mendez. And we found out later on that you were from San Diego when
that's crazy.
Frank and Alex were on the balcony, and they're like, where are you from? And you were like, I'm from San Diego.
Oh, my gosh, you're right. That's crazy. And
do you still drive by the house sometimes since it's still in, like, San Diego?
No, because I feel like I don't know, I'm emotional anyway. I feel like I get terribly depressed.
I bet. I can't even imagine.
Sam and Frank have visited a few times, so we'll, like, go and drive by. And I think one time we, like, knocked on the door and the cleaning lady answered, and we're like, bye. But
that's so funny.
It's nothing.
What is it used for now? Like, is anyone in there, or?
No, somebody lives in there. I think I mean, I heard it was, like, a pro tennis player that lives there. I really don't know, to be honest with you. They had an awesome Christmas tree up, and their cleaning lady was nice. We spoke to her in Spanish. So.
It's so cool, though. But I understand about being emotional, too, because I would tear like a baby.
Yeah, no kidding, I did. Even last night, I posted my final tweet, and it said, like, that's a wrap, folks. Or that's a wrap, everyone, #RealWorld, and I cried while I posted that.
Oh.
This is stupid.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Because you develop such a bond with all these people, and it becomes such a huge part of your life. Like, just it was my experience. Like, I didn't live with any of the other kids on the show, but I love them all so much, and just, you know.
You learn and you grow and you watch yourself, and you're like, wow, my life was in such a different place, or like, wow, I didn't know these people, or I like can't imagine my life without these people now.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, it seems like it went by entirely too fast. I mean, it's December. I moved into the house 6 months ago, and that seems like completely unreal to me.
Yeah. So another thing that I thought was really cool this season was the fact that you guys premiered on September 28th, and you were done filming like September 7th or 8th.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a really, really fast one.
There were promos going on while they were still living in San Diego.
Oh, wow. They sent us home a week early. They said, look, there's already previews out. There's a really quick turnaround, and I know it's going to distract you guys. Like, we have to send you home a week early. And we were all, like, really shocked. We're like, oh, my gosh. I don't know. Either way, I just feel like it's not that we weren't ready to leave or anything. It's just because we were shocked by having to leave a week sooner. We were all like, wait a minute, I'm not done yet.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, and then it was a little emotional. But I think the day that the previews aired, I think production was anticipating a lot of, like, backlash from it, or a lot of, like, people recognizing us or pointing us out or something, because they sent us camping that day. They sent us camping. They're like, we really think you should leave on this day and this day. We really think you should leave. And so we left, and that was during the time that it aired for the first time. And the day we came back from camping, they're like, we need to talk to you. And they sat us down, and they're like, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Actually, it's really emotional, because he sat us down, he looked us in the face, and he goes, you guys hit the air last night. And we all stared at each other, and we're like, what? And we, like, got goosebumps, and then they talked to us, and then they're like, we're going to show you the preview. And they showed it to us for the first time, and we, like, stared at each other, and we're like, what the hell?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I can't even imagine.
It's crazy.
So why do you like to flash your boobs?
Why do you? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I just sort of, I don't know. First of all, if you've been raised by my mother, like, it's no surprise whatsoever. Like, my poor mom, she'd, like, walk home drunk, or not walk home, she'd walk in the house drunk, and she'd be like, I'm covering my nipples, and, like, my boyfriends would be sitting in the living room, and they're like, what's wrong with your mom? Boys would walk in and be like, your mom's so hot. I'm like, shut up, you're with me. And she would, I don't know, she thinks it's funny. I think I just got it from that, because I'd be, like, 13 years old, and I'd be rolling down my hallway naked, like, doing somersaults. And I was just talking about this yesterday, too, that my mom thinks it's funny to, like, my brother's 12 years old, and she'll sit on the couch, and so, like, she will pinch out her breast milk and be like, here, Jordan, you want it? You want to look at it?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm dead serious, and it's crazy, but I just think even before I had boobs, I just didn't care, and I'd, like, walk around naked anyway. And then after I had boobs, I felt like they were half mine, so I could show them if I wanted to.
There you go, right?
I mean, I just think it's funny, and I don't know. To me, it's like I like laughing at myself. I like doing, stupid things and silly things because it's me. It's always been me.
Exactly, and just that's what you're supposed to do when you go on the road. Be yourself,
Exactly. There's no reason not to.
All right, so we have a Twitter question, and it's, what are your favorite colors, favorite food, favorite type of music, favorite TV shows, and favorite movies? And this is from The Real Veteran.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Well, my favorite colors. Pink. Bottom line, pink. That's it. I do like purple sometimes, but no, absolutely pink is my number one favorite color. To be specific, a coral pink, like an orangey pink, perfectly sparkly. Okay. All right, wait, what's the next one? My favorite food?
Yes, favorite food.
Favorite food. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to want it so bad. I love hot wings. Love hot wings. Like, anything spicy is amazing, but I absolutely love hot wings. And I think every time I go to a new restaurant, I always want to order the hot wings because I'm, like, in a competition with myself to see where I can find the best ones. And I love Pretty Little Liars on ABC Family. It's my favorite. And when we were in New York for the reunion, the cast of Pretty Little Liars was in New York for something else. And I was, like, stalking them. I was, like, trying to run into them. I'm like, they're here. They're at Rockefeller Center. I wanted to so bad. I was stalking them on Twitter so hard. But
that's so funny.
Yeah, definitely. I love Modern Family.
Oh, yeah.
And
No Jersey Shore.
Oh, my God, I love Jersey Shore. I love Jersey Shore.
Me too.
I think those are my favorite ones. But I'm a sucker for any reality TV, really. I always watch it, like The Hills and Laguna Beach and The Bachelor and all those, just Top Model. Oh, my God. All of them. My favorite movie of all time, I love Drew Barrymore, and so Riding in Cars with Boys is my favorite movie. It's like, it's kind of low-key. I don't even know if it really got big too much, but
it's such a good movie.
It is. It really is.
Yes,
It's like a 16-year-old that gets pregnant, and then it's like in the 60s, and she raises her baby. Like, it's the coolest movie. It really is.
They shot some of that near my uncle's house in New Jersey.
Did they really?
Yeah,
oh, that's so cool.
They
love
showed
it.
me the house.
He's like, my daughter's a tramp. My daughter's a tramp.
Yeah, where like the son almost drowned.
Yeah. Oh my God. Where was he? I could have jumped. Okay, I'm getting. Okay, I'm going crazy. Riding in Cars with Boys. Also, 10 Things I Hate About You. Ooh, and also, he's just not that into you. I have that recorded on my TV right now. I want to watch it.
Another good one.
All right, those three. Yep, those are it.
In the Shit They Should Have Shown episode, they said you were pulled over. Was that the first time you were ever pulled over in San Diego or in general?
No, I really am a terrible driver. I've been pulled over before. I got pulled over for speeding, and then I got pulled over for talking on my cell phone while driving. And I've gotten in 5 car accidents, but none of them have been my fault. Like, I swear, I'll be stopped at a red light and a car will hit me from behind, or like a car ran into me in the parking lot, or like things like that. Literally not my fault. And no, actually. When I got pulled over on the shit show, it really was, I think what happened is that I cut the cop off, and I didn't know it was a cop, and I was hoping it was a cab, and it wasn't. And I just am a shitty driver, and so he was like, he was really angry with me, and I'm like, can I take my heels off? But I don't know. We got away anyway.
Do people recognize you now when you like go grocery shopping or?
Yeah, it's really fun actually. I get a kick out of it. And they're like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be lame, but they're not lame. Like, it's only gonna last so long before no one gives a shit again. So I love. I don't care when people like want to take pictures with me. I think it's really fun. There's a few times I've been like really beside myself, and one was when our preview was in Times Square, which was awesome. The second one was I was shopping with my mom in Times Square at the Forever 21, and I heard somebody say, hey, that's the girl from the real world, but other people heard him say that, and then there was like 25 people standing outside of me like wanting a picture, and I'm like, I looked at my mom, I'm like, this is so cool.
Do you think that this season was boring compared to the others?
It was boring? No. Yeah. I mean, I wish it would have focused on a little more things besides, like, the Zack and Ashley and Frank drama, because there was so much that went on. Like, it just sucks us so overly focused, and, like, I don't know. I could tell people were getting bored with it, too. But, I mean, I don't care. I just feel like we did this for the experience, and the fact that it was, like, on TV was just good, you know? Because I would have done it anyway, even if it wasn't recorded, like, I would have done it.
Now, where does your relationship with Dylan stand now?
Well, Dylan's sitting to my left currently. Good. We're good. We're together. I'm laying in his bed right now, and we made breakfast. Yeah, no, it's really good. I think, I don't know, we left the house being on good terms and just kind of said, like, we'd see where it went and, like, we'd maintain a good relationship and a good standing and then, you know, see what happened when I left to school. Because at that point I was still, like, skeptical of either what I wanted or what it was, because what I really didn't want is to write things off as, oh, it was just summertime, it was convenient, you know? So I think that's why I ultimately had to say no at that time and just kind of see where it went later. And I don't know, I think I gave myself the time to figure that out too, because I think it was about 3-ish months after I left that we decided to actually make it official and be together. And I don't know, it's been really good. I'm really happy. And he came to visit me for Thanksgiving, and we just celebrated my birthday together. And his family is spending Christmas at my house.
Well, since you're with Dylan, do you mind if we ask him a few questions?
Sure, hold on.
Hello.
Hi, Dylan. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. My name is Julian, and then that's Gabriella. She's a really, really good person. She's absolutely amazing.
Thank
Hi,
you, Julian. Hi,
Gabriella.
how are you?
All right, Dylan. So I want to ask you, like, probably 2 questions, all right?
Oh, here we go.
The first question is, what do you like about Priscilla?
What don't I like about Priscilla? I don't know. She'll go out of her way to do little things for me, and it just makes me so happy that she cares so much about me.
So in episode 8, Zach, Frank, and Nate grab your motorcycle and hide it in one of the neighbors' driveways. How pissed off were you when you found out that they moved your bike?
Okay, so we had just gotten back from Alex's show, and we're walking, and I had parked my bike farther from the house than normal because Priscilla was walking to the show, and I ran up to her before I even got to the house. So it's in a new place, and people in La Jolla are very anal about where people park and their parking spot, and so I'm thinking, crap, it's got to be towed, it's got to be stolen, and I'm just freaking out about it because I'm like, how am I even going to get home if things don't go the right way?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, there's a police car that basically sits watch over the real world house because people call and complain so much that they just stationed some guy there so they wouldn't even have to have anyone run over. And so I just immediately, I don't even try looking for the bike. I just go straight to that police guy because I've already met him before and file that police report. And when I found out, like, it was their friends that did it, I was just, first I was really mad because that's like my bike. And they didn't even know how to take it out of, or put it in neutral, which is impressive that they're able to lift it because it's like 500 pounds.
Wow.
But then once you know, the corn on the cob thing, I couldn't even be mad because that was so funny with neighbor. How they got some guy who was like completely unrelated. Like it's the one nice neighbor they had to have had in the neighborhood. It was too funny to be mad at them after that.
How'd you guys meet?
Okay, so it was like the first week of freshman year. Oh.
In high school or college?
In high school. And we went to the same high school in the beginning. And then she just came up to me and, hi, what are you doing? I'm Priscilla. And she's all peppy and in a little cheerleader outfit. What is it? I had like a little crush on her, I think, from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And we became like really good friends. And like almost, I guess after Christmas break of that year, we became like best friends. And then we went on this like, she'd like me and then she wouldn't. And then she'd like me and then she wouldn't. And by the time like sophomore year, Christmas time rolled around, she'd like, okay, I want to be your girlfriend. Been a little on and off since sophomore year, Christmas time.
One thing I noticed on Twitter was a lot of people were tweeting about your relationship with Priscilla, and what I just have to say to everyone is just like, I mean, Buna Murray, they did a really, really horrible job with editing this season, I think, personally. Such as, there were a lot of times where you were there, but they never aired it, and they only aired the conversations between you and Priscilla when you guys would talk about whether or not you guys were going to be in a relationship or not. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like that's true, or do you disagree?
I do. There was a lot that, I was over there almost the entire summer, and there are scenes from the show where I was like, wait a second, I was there for that. I was literally across the room. I gave Frank some paper towels so he could cry, and like, what? Why? Which is weird, but they, you know, it's all timeline differently, which is, they're trying to make a cohesive story, and I understand that. But
nice talking to you.
Really nice talking to you.
Thanks. You guys have a nice day.
Thank you. Enjoy your holiday.
I think that's such a shame how Dylan doesn't have a Twitter because everyone just sends him hate mail.
Okay, sorry for that. But on the next note, I wanted to jump into is Dylan does not have a Twitter, and I think because people were saying oh, it's on Twitter, what is it? And then I'm like, there's no way, because people talk so much shit to me about Dylan on my Twitter. I'm like, there's no way you're getting one. I'll destroy you. Which is so annoying because it's people talk shit, and then it's like you were saying that they think they can say whatever they want because they're oh, you're on TV, we watch you. But it's no, we're not.
Exactly.
We're not characters, we're people. So when you talk shit about me, you're actually talking about me. When you say shit about my boyfriend, it's actually about my boyfriend. And it really, really frustrates me because if you think about it, had a 6'5" big buff guy walked in the door instead of Dylan, they would have been oh, look at that douchebag, he's such an asshole, he's on steroids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's either way I would have lost. And it's just no, exactly. You're absolutely right. I just wanted to touch on that. It's so shitty, and it's
oh no, definitely, yeah.
Exactly. Dylan was really he was only at the house for a month, and even in that time, for people to say so many things, he showed up in 2 episodes, and people were talking so much shit, and I'm leave the guy alone. Stop talking. And after the reunion, they're saying so many things to me because so many people are pro Zack and Ashley that they're telling me shit and talking about my teeth, and I'm what's wrong with you?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I just told Dylan that you can't judge someone off reality TV.
It's true, but they're going to anyway, and it sucks that people don't understand. What don't people understand about reality television? That they're only there's only so much shown. There's only every character is very one-dimensional. You know what I mean? So it's just.
Yeah. And that's the thing with doing it too. You know that because with docu-series, with reality TV, you're being yourself, and there are going to be people that don't like what you do or don't like what you have to say, but there's going to be a ton of people that do, and that's we have to focus on the people that do, because focusing on the negative really won't get you anywhere,
Exactly. And it's we knew what we were getting into, but it still sucks to hear. It still sucks.
Exactly. No one likes to hear that.
No, not at all. And there's so many times that I start replying to everybody, and then I'm okay, I'm not even worth it.
Yes.
And then I'll go home, I'm Dylan, do you really think that I have pointy eyebrows? I'll be no, shut up.
You don't owe anyone
exactly.
anything,
you are who you are. That's like Alexander
the
said,
real
and
world.
Everyone exactly. You signed up for the real world. You're being yourself. So
exactly. And people, I don't know what people's problem is,
but
I call my mom. I'm what's wrong with you? What's also really unfortunate is that I'm a part of it too. It's we love watching these shows, and we just accept whatever Svet does, and we're oh my gosh, I hate that person, or I hate that, or what an idiot.
Exactly.
But it's the reason, and especially with the premise of this show, is that the reason that these things are shown, or these events, or what I went through with Dylan, or what Frank went through going to therapy, it's shitty, yes, but it's relatable, and it's everybody's gone through that situation with a guy. Everybody's gone through a hard time with their family. Everyone's been at that point, or at least a lot of people have. And so it's so easy for you to judge because you just watch it. But if you think about it, you can probably relate to a lot more of it than you're just giving yourself credit for.
All right, well, Priscilla, that's all I have. Gabby, do you have anything else you want to ask?
No, that's it. But it was really awesome talking to you.
You too. I had a really fun time. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening, and thank you to Priscilla for doing this podcast, and thank you to Gabriella for co-hosting.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys, for talking with me. Have a good night.
It was great.